What's up, guys? It's Sydney, and this is your 20-minute tight body deep stretch with me. So grab your mat and let's get to work. What's up, guys? Welcome to your 20-minute deep stretch for a tight body. I'm so excited that you're here, and if you're like me, if you've done a lot of traveling recently, if you've been sitting a lot at work, you've been just kind of cooped up in your house if it's in the winter months, this stretch is going to be perfect for you. Okay, we're going to start at the top of our body. We're going to work all the way down to the bottom. We're going to be standing and we're going to be seated. Some things that you might want to use for this stretch, not mandatory, but if you want, we do have a resistance band that you can always use for your upper body stretches if you're a little bit limited in your mobility. So you can use those for an overhead movement, for a hamstring movement. So if you have a resistance band, you can grab it. I'll tell you when to grab it and throw it in with our stretches, okay? So if you guys are ready, we're gonna start up at the top, and I want you to just lace your fingertips together, okay? And as you exhale, I want you to reach up to the ceiling in 3, 2, 1, and just pull your fingers apart so that you are opening up your lats, opening up your shoulders. Nice wide stance so that you're nice and balanced, and just kind of pull your fingers apart. Good. As we go through this stretch, I want you to remember to breathe. This is kind of a reward for your body. Okay, so don't think of it as something where you need to be straining and stressing. Just breathe, let your body ease into the stretches. Give me one more big deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to lean over to the right. So you should feel this one all down the side of your body, in your ribs, in your obliques, in your shoulders. Keep a big open chest for me here. We're not rolling over yet. It's a nice big open chest. Exhale, come back to the middle. Big deep breath. Exhale, lean up and over to the left side. Still be reaching your fingers away from your body. Nice tall reach. Stretching out that side body right now. Big deep inhale. Exhale, back to the middle. All right, release your fingertips. I want you to make big backward circles with your arms. Okay, we're gonna go together for the first couple circles. Good. Get those shoulders moving. Get your posture a little bit better as we loosen up the upper body. All right, now keep your left hand here. I want you to swing just your right arm. Up and back, and think about your fingertips reaching to the ceiling. And good, let's switch arms. Up and back. And you should feel your range of motion get a little bit better as you go, as we get all these muscles warmed up and stretched out. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, let's lace the fingertips together behind your body now. Okay, so fingertips are together. I want you to reach down and back and open up your chest really big. Okay, let's open up the pecs. Let's open up that anterior deltoid area. So lace your fingers together. Try and pull them apart as you open your chest. You can even lift your chin to the ceiling if that feels okay. And relax. Okay, just shake it out for a second. We're gonna go 2 more times through that position. Okay, we are so often hunched over like this, texting, typing, driving, whatever it is, so I wanna really open that chest up. Lace your fingertips back together and let's open the chest. Drive your shoulders backwards. Think about spreading your rib cage out in the front. Lift your chin if you can. And relax again. One more time, let's shake it out. One last open. All right, fingertips together. Push them back and down. Reach away from your spine. Open your shoulders to the back. Lift the chin. Three, 2, 1. All right, great job. Give me a big wide stance here. Now moving down to the middle of the body, the core, the hips, the glutes will move right on down your body as we go. Okay? I want you to press your hips forward and backwards. Okay? Let's just loosen up the middle of your body. Hands on your hips, feet are nice and wide. Press, press, press. You should feel a stretch here in the anterior part of your body in these hip flexors, a little in your quads, a little bit in your lower abs. And sit it back just to give them a break. I want to make sure to emphasize the fact that I don't want you just overarching your lower back. I really want you pushing these muscles forward. And back. Good, from the side. You'll notice I'm not just standing here doing this and tucking my chin. I'm really pushing forward, opening up the abs and the hips. Great job. Let's go one more big deep stretch. Big push to the front. And relax. Now let's fold forward just as we did in the other part of that stretch. Okay, hang out right here for just a second. Let's get back to that breathing. Give me the big deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your spine a little more. Relax your head, relax your neck. Inhale. Lengthen the spine a little more. Just hang right here for a second. Relax your neck. Great job. Stay right here and let's swivel the hips a little. So let's bend one leg and then the other. Bend and bend. Here we go. Good. So you'll feel we're working into the adductors now, the inner thighs. A little bit of the glute stretch on the sides. I'm sure you can feel that. Everything tends to get really tight in these big joints, like the shoulders and the hips. So I try to spend a lot of time hitting every angle of your joint. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, let's go down onto all fours. So come on down to the floor with me. Okay, and I want you to just kick one leg. So let's start with our left leg. Kick that left leg out to the side, okay, and I want you to sit back on top of this right leg. So pushing your hips way back. Let's feel that stretch a little bit deeper in the adductor here on your left leg, I'm sorry. Think about pushing your hips back, 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 and then sinking them down as low as you can go. Good, now come up on top of that knee and let's push forward again. So a little deeper here in that hip flexor. Inhale, exhale, sit it back again. Here we go. Really open up these hips. Inhale, lift up to the top, push forward. Exhale. Release right here in the front. Inhale, exhale, push back one more time. Good job, guys. And good, come back up to the top. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. Okay, so both knees are down and let's kick the right leg out to the side now. Okay, as you inhale, exhale, let's sit it back. You may have to adjust a little bit. You can go a little bit wider to even get a stretch in both adductors. Okay, but I want you focusing on sitting your hips backwards. And inhale, come up, push forward, exhale. Right in that hip flexor, there we go. All right, back down, shove those hips back, back, back. It's a little bit of mobility as well, so moving those muscles through these ranges of motion, moving your joints through the range of motion. Inhale, exhale, push that hip forward, come on up. There we go. Feel it right in these hip flexors. One more time, let's set it back. Reach, 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 reach. And come on back up, forward. Push one more time forward. And rest. Good. All right, I want you to come onto both knees, and let's actually just sit down on your calves here for me. Okay, let's loosen up the shoulders a little bit. Place your left hand on the floor, and let's reach up and over to get a little deeper into your hips now. Okay, so one hand is supporting your body weight. If you want to go a little bit deeper in the stretch, you can reach a little further out. Okay, but one hand supports your body weight, the other one is just letting all that body weight pull up and over from your hips all the way up to your fingertips. Good, go ahead and switch it over. Make sure you're not letting this side hip where you're stretching over, don't let it rise up. Keep it grounded, keep your hips straight, so you can really feel that stretch all the way around that top arch. And let's go one more time each side. Reach up and then over. Body weight being supported by your hand here. Let the body weight pull you down. And let's roll right over one more time here. Great job. Since you're right here, let's go ahead and just have a seat. Pulling your feet in together, the soles of your feet in together. Okay, let's start here. Again, big deep breath. I always like to start with a big deep breath. And I want you to fold forward here. Try to get your chest as close to your feet as you can. It's okay if you let your back round out a little bit. And then let's just relax our head. So everything from your head down to your tailbone is just relaxing over your spine. Good, and come on up for just a second. Big deep breath. Big deep breath in, and let's exhale. Fold forward one more time. Relax your neck, relax your back. And come on up, good job. Let's focus back to the hips a little bit more, and then we'll move down to your legs, okay? So left hand on your left knee, let's push down and lean away. Okay, so I just want you to open up these hip flexors a little bit more. Push down and lean away. And if you're really flexible, you can come even higher up here and push your leg down. Okay, if your feet are like this, that's okay too. I just want you to work on getting some push to get that leg a little closer to the ground. Try to relax here, okay? Don't have to be totally open yet. We're just working on progressive flexibility. So wherever you're at, we can all work on stretching more. We all need to stretch more. Good, all right, let's switch hands. Other hand on your toes, right hand on the right knee, push it down and push it away. And you can even help yourself by leaning away. Okay, and this just opens up the hips right here. I'm gonna give you guys one of my favorite stretches next. One that I think everyone should do more, although I'm a huge advocate for stretching, so I think everyone should do any kind of stretching more. But with all the lower back pain and the hip pain that I hear about as a trainer, I try to get everyone to really work on this stretch. So if there's one thing you take away from this stretch, move into this next position with me, okay? So come on over, let's flip over, starting on your hands and knees, okay? I wanna show you from this angle. You're gonna take your left leg, crossing your shin in front of your hips. So you want your shin to be parallel, Okay, other leg is out back, just relaxing. This leg is parallel. You're slowly gonna sit down, down, down into this position. Now you wanna work on keeping this leg parallel. So if you can only go up here for right now, that's okay. But if you can, sink a little lower. Both of your hips are facing the floor, and you're actually gonna make a T with your shin and your spine. Okay, so crossing your spine right over top of that shin, you're gonna feel this stretch wrap around into your psoas. Okay, your psoas is a muscle that connects your hips to your back. Okay, ties around the front part of your body, so it literally wraps from the back to the front of your body. Okay, so if you're tight right in here at the top of your hips, top of your glutes, the low back feels like it's always aching and pulling forward, your psoas could be the culprit. Okay, make sure in this one that both of your hips are being forced to face the ground. And you can go as low over top of this leg as you can. If you can flatten all the way out, that's great. If you need to stay up top here, that's fine too. Just work on keeping both hips facing the floor. All right, let's hold for about 10 more seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. All right, good. Let's sit back onto your butt and switch sides. So pulling that other foot up front, let's kick the other leg back behind you. Again, shin is parallel. We want to make the hips roll forward to face the floor. Okay, so that back leg can be straight. If you need to modify this one, you can always come up a little higher onto the back knee. Okay, whatever it takes to get this foot across the mat for you. If you can sit down, let's sit down. And go ahead and lower yourself, forcing your hips, both of them, towards the mat. You may feel this in your glute, you may feel this in your low back. Such a helpful stretch for tight lower backs. And this is also something, if you are at home, you can prop your leg up like this on a counter, on the edge of your bed, and lean over it like this. Okay, so that's something to modify or to just even do on the go. Whatever the case may be, if you need to modify and step it back where you can control it a little more, maybe just throw your leg perpendicular with your spine across your bed and just try and lean over it. Great job. Let's hold for 15 more seconds here. Try to go a little lower if you can. Don't stretch so far that you're shaking and it's hurting. Just go into that position where you feel the stretch and relax. All right, so if you take anything away from this stretch, I urge you to do that stretch more, 2 or 3 at least times a week, okay? And hold each side for about a minute each. Don't just sit there and stretch, and then you're out, okay? All right, let's flip over onto our hips. Nice wide knees towards the edge of your mat and pull down forward. This is another one I always urge people to do. Let's stretch out the hip flexors. And go ahead and lower down for just a second. Come on up. Push, push, push. To make this one a little easier, you can inch your fingers out away from your body. Okay, to make it harder, walk in closer to your hips. Good, 10 more seconds here, and then let's flip over onto your back to really hit those hamstrings. All right, let's lay it down on your back. We've got 1 minute each of a hamstring stretch, and I'm gonna spend as much time here as I can per side because I know everything ties in together that we've done today. So straight leg on the bottom, straight leg on top. I want you to inch your fingertips as high as you can, pulling your leg back towards your face. This is where if you have a resistance band, you can loop it around the top of your foot and then pull towards your face. Well, we've loosened up the psoas, we've loosened up the hips, the back. Now it's time to just continue on that posterior chain of getting your hamstrings really good. Go ahead and pull your toes back towards your face. Let's get the calves involved a little bit. bit more for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good, let's go ahead and switch legs right over into the other leg, whichever leg you did not just do. Start with just a straight leg, a flat back. Pull, pull, pull up towards your face. Breathe deep in about 7 seconds. Let's go ahead and grab onto your toes and pull those guys back towards your face. Let's get the calves involved. Last 30 seconds here, just relax and pull. Great job, big inhale. And exhale, pull a little closer for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up to a seated position. And you can slowly come back up to standing as you have finished your 20-minute tight body, deep stretch. I hope this loosened up all the right things for you. I worked on your psoas, we worked on lower back, adductors, hamstrings, hips, a lot of hip flexors, and then just going from the head down to the lower body, everything that normally tends to be tight, that upper back, everyone's arched over so much, the hips where we're seated so much, and then the psoas where we just tend to be stagnant in our mobility in the torso. So hopefully you're leaving this workout or this stretch feeling a lot better. By all means, if this feels a lot better to you, you can repeat the stretch. You can share it with a friend or a family member who you know has a tight lower back, who has some tight hips, who has some tight upper back pain. Anyone that's working on those areas of their body, definitely share this workout with them or this stretch with them. I think it will really help, and it's only 20 minutes, okay? Make sure if you finish this stretch and you feel good right now, you give this video a thumbs up so I'll know to create more like it. And of course, don't forget to subscribe so I can work out with you guys again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Have an awesome day.